Hey y'all, Love Child here. Want to get right to the point today. Today's June the 24th, 2022. Now I'm drinking a little coffee. I ain't trying to be rude, but I ain't allowed to drink coffee during the day because they say it dehydrates me. And so I'm done working. I'm in the air conditioning, thank God. It's been hot down here in Alabama. You hear me? It's been hot. So I'm drinking a little bit of cold coffee from this morning. There ain't nothing wrong with cold coffee. I'm used to things being cold. You want to know how and why I'm used to cold things in my life? Because I was married. Need I say anything more? I'm trying to look in the camera because I think this is, see, when I look to see myself, I think that's the camera right there, but I can't see myself when I'm looking at the camera. But anyhow, I was married, so cold coffee don't mean nothing to me. Number one. Number two, the fact that I was married, that means now I can be right once in a while. And so I'm going to get to the subject, and I'm just going to tell you, don't ever doubt the love child. I know what I'm talking about. Now today, June the 24th, 2022, there's going to be a lot of folk running to the movie theater, and they're going to be watching a movie called Elvis. Well, that just happens to be somebody. They don't call me Elvis Love Child for nothing. Now, I'm not saying don't go see this movie. I'm just saying, please, my friends, don't get sucked in by the Hollywood hype. Nothing in this life is free. Nothing is free. And most things, you follow the money. The only thing you'll ever get free is mama's love and Jesus Christ's salvation. Those are unconditional. Do you understand? Other than that, you're going to pay. So when you go see this movie, just remember, just don't get sucked in. It will ruin your perception of my daddy forever. Because my daddy was the king of rock and roll. He was the man. Speaking, well, I'm going to get to that subject in a minute. Now, I'm going to prove where I'm right. Number one, in this movie, there's a lot of things don't pan out just the right way. Number one, you look in the house. It ain't daddy's house. It's a Hollywood set. Now, you go look at pictures of the Hollywood set. You go look at pictures of the house. Pay attention to windows and furniture and things like that. Well, you'd think Hollywood, with all of their money, could do it right and pay some homage to the king of rock and roll. But you know what? They got cheap on us on this one, okay? I'm right. And you know why I'm right? Because I'm not married. Dadgummit. Most of y'all get it, but there's still somebody out there who ain't figuring this out. You men know what I'm talking about. Another thing I noticed in that movie, I saw the previews. Now look. I didn't get called. Nobody called, nobody knocked on my door and said, Love Child, would you like to go see a private viewing of this movie before it hits the theater? I am nothing. I'm not even on the totem pole. I'm not even in the pecking order. But I'm used to being put out. I'm used to having my heart broke. I'm used to being ignored. You know why? Because I was married. Some of y'all it's starting to sink in now. But I'm not married now. So what I'm telling you is the truth. I didn't get no private viewing. Now, as you watch this movie, I'm going to tell you, another thing that was wrong was the microphones. You say, Love Child, what do you know about microphones? Well, what do you think I know about microphones? Huh? I got every kind of microphone my daddy ever sang through. First of all, here's an example. This one, just like the other one up there, this is what you call a Shore 51. This is a bona fide Shore 51 from back in the day. Good luck finding a bona fide on that video, movie, set, show, whatever they got. They might have got lucky and got one of these by accident. Here's another example. My daddy used to sing through Shore 55. Well, guess what? This is a Shore 55. But you know what? This thing here is only maybe about 20 years old. It's been used at every honky-tonk on the Mississippi-Alabama line and every church from here to Dallas, Texas. But this ain't bona fide. But now this one is. It's bona fide. Not bona fide, bona fide. Don't tell me I don't know about microphones. Don't tell me I don't know about microphones. Some of them microphones in that show ain't what my daddy would have used. I'm just telling you how it is because I love you. That's why they call me Love Child. Some of the guitars ain't right. Tell me I don't know nothing about guitars. Well, I'll tell you what, I got a room full of guitars, just like I got a room full of microphones. That ain't even begin to be all the microphones I own. You multiply that by about 10 times. Here's microphone. Electro Voice RE10. My daddy used them many times on the stage. He used RE10s, RE14s, RE15s. Make sure there's some of those in that movie. I wouldn't know for sure because I didn't get a private viewing of the movie. You know why? Because I'm used to being hurt. Being on the bottom of the totem pole or not on the totem pole at all because I was married. I can handle this. God, I need some coffee. Don't tell me I don't know about guitars. What you see here before you. Anybody knows anything about anything can see right here. This is a Fender Telecaster. And look here, this makes it bona fide. Fender made in USA. Don't tell me I don't know about guitars. Y'all seen me play this thing magnificently. You've seen me play Martin D35. You've seen me play B model Gibsons. You've seen the Love Child make it happen. Now I'm telling you, when you go watch this movie, please be careful. I'm just going to come right out and show you. First of all, somewhere about now I'm going to show a picture of me, my daddy, and a guy that some people say is my daddy. And there's a conspiracy about that. Go back about a half a dozen videos or so and I'll explain some of that conspiracy. Somebody set out a video trying to hurt me. I'm used to being hurt because I was married. And I'll tell you another reason I'm used to being hurt. Because I had to fill up my Buick Roadmaster full of premium gas today. Do you understand? Now that hurt. I don't want to get involved as to why that hurt. But if in about 2 years and a couple months you can do something to change it, well, I would like to not have to cost over $100 to fill up my gas tank. Do you understand? That hurt. It hurt me. But I'm used to being hurt. But somewhere here, I'm going to show a picture. There's me, there's Daddy, and there's this guy that they've thrown into this conspiracy saying I'm him and he's Daddy and that would make Daddy me. But you look at all three of us, that don't look like that Austin Butler. I can't see the cue cards. I'm off script right now. Good Lord. This Austin Butler guy. None of us look like this Austin Butler guy. So I ain't saying don't go see the movie, but remember what I'm showing you here in about a second. This Austin Butler guy is trying to sneak in. And the person sneaking him in is his daddy. And I'm going to show you Austin Butler, and I'm going to show you his daddy. That's why I suggest when you go see this movie, put some toilet paper in your ears. Number one, put some toilet paper in your ears and get you a pair of sunglasses and some Brillo pad all over the lenses and make them kind of scratchy and foggy. Because after I tell you what I'm fixing to tell you, the movie just won't be worth the money to you. And I don't want you to, you already had to fill up your gas tank. I don't want you to feel like a complete boob because you spent money on this movie. I want you to go enjoy the movie. I'm just trying to tell you ahead of time, don't get sucked in. So if you stick that cotton in your ears, you'll almost think it's Daddy singing. And if you scratch them sunglasses up real good, you might almost think that's Daddy up there. But I'm fixing to show you a picture right Wait a minute. I'm going to show you a picture here in a second. And when I show you this, it's going to shatter the world. It's going to shatter Hollywood. The secret's going to be out. I ain't trying to be ugly, but there's somebody pulling strings here that don't need to be pulled. You ready? I'm fixing to show you the picture. 3, 2, 1. There you go. That's the whole answer right there. That's right. That's a father and son team. They're coming to destroy my credibility with this movie. I ain't mentioning them. Well, I'm just going to mention names. Austin Butler, or whatever his name is really the son of John Travolta. And they trying to take over me and my daddy's legacy. Well, it ain't going to work because my fans, my friends, my viewers, my peoples, in every honky-tonk on the Mississippi-Alabama line in every church from Knox Pater to Memphis who love me will stand up for me now. The secret's out. I didn't say don't go watch the movie because there's 2 women that I've had some affiliation with possibly that can still use the money to keep the lights on at Daddy's house. But just don't get sucked in. These people trying to take over my legacy, and we are not going to let it happen. I'm sorry about that, Joe Bud and Daisy. I startled them. They thought, no, nobody peed on the floor. I'm talking to the camera, baby. Daisy and Joe Bud said, hey, don't get sucked in. Stand up for the love child. Don't let these 2 men, as it is, defame me and my daddy's legacy. We ain't going to let it happen. And here's what I'm going to throw in a bonus. I was going to tell you earlier, but I figured most of y'all would shut this video off and go directly to the link down below. There's a link down below. You want to hear somebody. Did you love my daddy for the way he sung? Not just his movies. Not just his booty. Oh yeah, the booties. That Austin Butler ain't even got my daddy's booty, okay? I'm telling you right now. He wouldn't make a pimple on my daddy's booty, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But did you love my daddy for his music? A man of God who loved Jesus with all his heart. Did you love his music? Well, if you go down the link down below, you're going to hear somebody who's got the same natural talent as my daddy had. There's a lot of fakers out there, but as far as I can tell, this dude right here's got the good, God-given talent. You go down to this link down below, it will blow your mind. That's an added bonus from your love child. Love child loves you, and I ain't been trying to be mean, but this has been a subject that's been brought up to me relentlessly, and I figured the best thing I can do is just bring it out in the open and tell you the truth. It's been a conspiracy. Just like that video some time back, somebody trying to say I'm somebody else, and they saying somebody else is my daddy, and then they're trying to, it's all messed up. Well, we're messed up again. But I've set the record straight. Long live the King Jesus. Long live Love Child. And most of all, long live the real Elvis Presley in our hearts till we see him in heaven again someday. Go down and link below. Love Child loves you. I hope you appreciate my efforts. I didn't say don't go watch the movie. Just don't get sucked in by Hollywood. Bad, bad, bad. Good night.